negative $3,020. It's day one of the $0 to $1 million challenge, and we're at negative $3,020. Disappointing is how I'd call this. So what I've done is I've updated my personal finance spreadsheet, and I updated all of my student loans. I've got my last semester coming up, added in the course fees, deducted a bit from my savings, corrected my fixed expenses, and I'm coming up short. Blatantly, irreversibly short. Well, maybe not irreversibly. I'll tell you what I did today to work on fixing it. So, I don't believe that you can see this, but I am changing my net worth by $60 a day in positive direction, which is great for me. That's good news. That means that my income exceeds my expenses, and over time, it'll correct itself. But for me to be even break even from this point, it's still going to take 2 months. For me to become a 100 millionaire, it will take about 4,500 years. So, not an ideal situation by any stretch, but it's where we are. And I'm going to be upfront and honest with you about where we are. Now, what's happened today to fix this situation? Firstly, I have followed up on every job, interview, offer, LinkedIn recruiters, every person that has ever contacted me trying to offer me money in exchange for services. I've followed up on it today. Even people who I was hired by a contractor like months ago just to do a one-off job. Hit them up again and said, hey, is there any work coming up? Can you get me some money, more or less? And 2 people got back to me, which is excellent to hear. One of them, I just followed up because I hadn't heard from them in a while, hadn't gotten a contract, and they came through and immediately gave me a contract. Great success. The other person said, no, there's no work for you, but I'll keep an eye out in case anything comes up. Still a win, staying top of mind. The other things I've done are I've followed up on 200 emails that I sent over the last, followed up on 100 out of 200 emails. I'll do the other 100 tomorrow. That I've sent over the last month and a half for Seamless Outcomes. These are people that I contacted, did my first follow-up, second follow-up, third and final follow-up, and then I left it. For those people, I just sent them a quick email that said, haven't seen a return message from you. What would it take to get this over the line? And so far no one's responded, but I only sent that very recently, and it is the wee hours of the night, so I don't expect a response in the immediate future. No cold calls today. The reason is I'm still very, very terrified of them, but I have recorded a bunch of content, seeing as my net worth is negative $3,000. What I've determined is that all of my net worth woes are from the student loans. So if you exclude student loans, my net worth is like 68 grand, which is kind of nice. I'm quite happy with that. But really, the problem here is, number one, I have student loans that have been accumulating interest for the last 5 years. And problem 2 is that I haven't earned enough income to make a real dent in paying off those student loans. So the game plan is, I will make money this week from Seamless Outcomes, and all of the money that I make, I'm going to just pay off a portion of my student loans. Because I realized something, which is I've never actually paid off my student loans. Money has come out of my come out of my tax and my pay slips, but I've never actually gone through the portal to pay off my student loans. And that's something that I should be able to do whenever I want. So I'm going to practice it with the next money that I make from Seamless Outcomes. I'm going to continue recording content, And tomorrow I will update you with how many responses I get from my "How can we get this over the line" email, how many cold reach outs I do tomorrow, and how my student loan paying off experience goes. Additionally, I'm going to post one piece of content to Seamless Outcomes, schedule a few pieces of content to Seamless Outcomes actually. I recorded a few today. And I'm going to start making a real business page on Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, formerly Twitter, just to cover all of my bases. I wrote a really good blog post today that I'm quite happy with, and I think it's got a really good hook, so I'm hoping that that hook will translate into views. Another thing that I did today, just while I think of it, is I made a massive overhaul of the Seamless Outcomes homepage. And now, instead of just being "do you want, contact us for a free marketing analysis," it's laid out better. The more that you scroll, the more content you get. There's no reason to leave the page as it goes, "Do you want a free marketing analysis? Here's why you need a free marketing analysis. Receive your free marketing analysis." And then if they scroll past the first 3 calls to actions, then it goes, "Here are a bunch of blog posts that I've made." After the blog posts, here's our most recent playbook called 3 Billion Customers. You can check that out. I'm sure it'll be in the link below. And you can also check out the playlist of these videos in the link below. This is day 1 of the challenge. I'm probably not going to keep up with the day numbers, but hopefully we should be up tomorrow, and I will keep you posted with every detail. Have a good evening.